Your business needs help. 56.1 million employees are employed by small businesses in the United States, and 99% of all U.S. establishments are small businesses under 250 employees. That means that your business should be listening to the only podcast dedicated to small business success. That's Growth Success Radio, growthsuccessradio.com. Welcome to this week's episode of Growth Success Radio. So welcome to episode 39 of Growth Success Radio. I am Scott Gombar, one of your co-hosts. My other co-host, Eugene, is out and about in the world today, so he won't be joining us. We are supposed to have a fill-in, but I'm not sure where he is. So the show is co-sponsored by Traeger Insurance, Scott Gombar Digital Marketing, and we are live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And if you want to watch past episodes, you can go to iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, or growthsuccessradio.com and watch them all there, as well as a bunch of other places, Stitcher, and so forth. At this point in the show, Eugene usually gives us an insurance update, and I know nothing about insurance except that I pay money for it. So I wouldn't be able to provide an insurance update. I can tell you that as far as a digital marketing update, there are lots of new things coming out, but I'll talk about Google for a moment because Google is making some changes to Google Plus and making it a part of the Google Apps for Business platform. So there's going to be some big changes, including Google Hangouts is also going away. So we know a couple of weeks ago we lost Blab, so now Google Hangouts is going to be gone. Some speculate that it'll become part of YouTube. We'll see. So you have platforms like this one, or I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but Fire Talk, and a couple of others. So look for some changes for Google Plus in the next few, I think another month or two. And with me today, I have Linda Altieri, who I'll give her a chance to tell you guys. This is why I have a co-host, because I'm tongue-tied. Linda's going to talk to us about a few things. This is our nonprofit month, so Linda is here today to talk to us about a special walk that's coming up in September. But before we start that, Linda, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Good morning. I am a bookkeeper. I own Premier Bookkeeping Solutions, so I'm a full bookkeeping service. So I provide all your bookkeeping needs to make things easier for you when you bring your year-end work to your accountant and he can prepare your tax returns. I take care of your books while you take care of your business. I am married. I have 4 children, one of whom I'll be talking about today for this nonprofit that we're working on, which is Michael. It's called the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Michael lost his life to suicide on October 3rd, 2009. He was only 23 years old. So it'll be 7 years this year. And we are sponsoring a walk called Out of the Darkness Walk on September 25th.
Okay. So you mentioned it already. Well, first of all, tell us about the Out of Darkness Walk.
The Out of Darkness Walk is September 25th. It will be held at the Hampton Town Center Park School on Dixwell Avenue. The registration is at 11. Opening comments will be at 12:30, and the walk will begin at about 1. We'll be walking north on Dixwell Avenue until we get up to the Farmington Canal Trail. Actually, south on Dixwell Avenue until we get to the Farmington Canal Trail, and then we'll be walking north on the Farmington Canal Trail. It's about a 3-mile round-trip walk. There is a pond at the end of the walk, the turnaround, and we all have these little rocks that we will pick up at the beginning of the walk, and we can throw them in for our loved ones and say a little prayer or a little inspirational quote. And then we turn around and we walk back again. This walk supports the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and all that they do during the year as far as making people aware of mental illness, making people aware of the signs of people who are in distress, educating people so that we can help others so that they don't have to hide their mental illness, because that's a big problem. A lot of people hide mental illness because there's such a stigma associated with mental illness. So I'd like to be the voice and let people know that it's okay. And if you need help, there are numbers that you can call on the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention website. You can also contact me. I'll be happy to talk to anyone. And I have a team called Team Mikey, and this is in memory of my son, Michael. And our goal this year is to raise about $2,009, which is the year that he passed away. And so every year I pick a different number, and that's the number I picked this year. So we're well on our way to doing that. We have a lot of corporate sponsors this year and a lot of individuals. When the walk first started, we maybe had 300 people. Last year we had about 1,000 people walking.
Wow.
So people are becoming more aware of mental illness and want to help others, which I appreciate.
That's awesome that so many people come out. Does anybody run the 3 miles, or is it everybody walks?
Everybody usually walks. There are some people that might run. Like I might run a little bit to catch up to people who have come to the walk and I haven't said hello to them and thanked them for coming to the walk, just to catch up. But most people walk. And you can bring little kids, you can bring dogs. The Farmington Canal Trail is friendly to both of those. If you don't know the trail, it is a paved trail. And there were dogs last year and plenty of little kids in carriages. And bikes. There were also people on bikes. You can ride your bike on the trail.
Glad you said kids. I'll bring my kids.
Good.
Yes, that'll be
good.
fun.
There'll be lots of things there. There is a ceremony beforehand, so that we try to educate the people that are there for the walk a little bit about what the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention does. There'll probably be there'll be some food vendors there. So bring your kids. There'll be things for them to do.
Awesome. So I don't know if you can see the chat, but Bob Gould is in there, and he says, "Go Team Mikey."
Oh, thanks, Bob. I can't see him.
No,
I saw that he signed in, but I
it's
can't
just
see
a chat
him.
on the. Yeah, you actually did see it because you chatted in there earlier. So,
I closed it.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
I guess
it says
if
"Go
I go
Team
here.
Mikey." So yes, we had Bob on last week too for Gould Gives.
Okay.
Yeah, and the awareness for the mental illness is important. I do. It is Josh. I thought so. I won't let him switch to, because Bob was using their computer last week. He was having technical.
Oh, okay.
Okay, at least Josh is here, so Josh can't ask the questions. But anyway, Eugene and I both do it every year, November. So you're going to see more facial hair in November, and part of that is raising awareness for mental illness in men specifically. It's all men's illness, so mental illness, prostate cancer, testicular cancer, things like that. So yeah, there is definitely a stigma tied to it, and I had the numbers. I don't have the numbers now, but the numbers are shocking. How many men commit suicide every day?
A life is lost to suicide every 14 to 16 minutes in the United States. It's the third leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds.
Wow.
Which those are pretty staggering numbers.
Yeah.
And my son does participate in the No Shave November also.
Awesome. Yep, well, maybe I'll add him to the team. We have a team. It was me, Eugene.
Okay.
And I forget who else, but I could probably get more this year. So
okay, that'd be great. I think some of his friends do it too, so they could join the team. That would be great.
Awesome. So Linda, there is, you touched on it in the beginning. This is extremely personal for you. Can you tell us why it's so personal?
Well, when Michael was about 13 or 14 years old, he started acting out, and we thought he was just being a typical teenager. But in reality, his guidance counselor pointed out to us that, no, this kid is depressed and he needs help. So thus began the long journey for us. It is very difficult in the state of Connecticut to find a good mental health provider for adolescent boys. We jumped from one therapist to another. Finally, when Michael was 16 years old, We sent him to Brattleboro Retreat in Brattleboro, Vermont for a year. My husband and I would go up there once a week for therapy with him to help him get better because we were committed to getting him the best help that we could to get him to be able to live a normal life. He came back from Brattleboro and he seemed to be doing fine. He was going to Southern. We laughed and would say he's on a 7-year plan, but he was doing really well. He was very active in the theater. He liked the technical side. He liked building the stage. He did do some acting. Every summer he would do some summer stock theater. So we all thought that he was doing really well. So to get a doorbell ring at 3 o'clock in the morning from a police officer from Southern to tell me that my son has passed away was a bit shocking, to say the least. All of us, including his teachers, his roommates, they all thought that he was doing really well. But what happens with someone who has mental illness is they learn to hide it. And they hide it very well. Especially him being an actor, that was even easier for him to hide it. So he didn't want to be known as being different. He thought having a mental illness was being different. I equate it with you've broken your wrist, you have cancer, you have a sore throat. It's just another illness. But there's such a stigma with mental illness. A lot of people feel, just get over it. Just go do something. You'll be fine. They don't understand that there's a lot of things that go on in a person's mind and brain that affect their daily activities. So unfortunately, Michael did not have a happy ending, but I am trying to make others aware that there shouldn't be a stigma attached to mental illness. We should be talking about this. We should be helping people. I am always willing to help anyone who has gone through this. I just met a woman yesterday at a client who lost her son the year before I lost Michael. And she opened up to me yesterday and we talked a little bit and made her feel a little better, made me feel a little better. So it's something to be talked about. And one of the other things that there is a National Suicide Prevention Week, which is September 5th through the 11th. And Saturday, September 10th, is National Suicide Awareness Day. And the color for National Suicide Awareness is yellow, and that's why you see I'm wearing a yellow sweater today. That lets people know that that's what you are supporting for the day. So whoever's listening, I would ask that on September 10th, please wear yellow to show your support. And I would love to have each and every one of you come out and walk with us. Yes, it would be nice if you could donate and any amount would help, but just to come out and support us and let us know that you're with us, that's a big help.
Awesome. I did not know that. So September 10th, wear yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm not sure I own anything yellow, but I'll find
I know
something.
It's very difficult. I will post something on my Facebook page, and I have an event for the walk. So,
Josh, if you can hear us, you have to wear yellow on September 10th, and I'm pretty sure we're all going to be at the walk. Eugene, Josh, a bunch of other people from RB
I know
and
Hassan
sure.
will be there.
Hassan, yep.
David Swanson will be there. He's always there.
Good. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh.
Josh, if you can talk, I'm not sure if your mic is working. It sounds like it is.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Good. All right. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
All right, so you can hear me, just not see me.
Right.
No, you're the invisible man today, Josh.
So can you...
I'll address everything.
Do you have the questions up, Josh?
I'm pulling it up now then. Because I was more worried about getting the mic or getting the camera working. I didn't realize the mic was working.
And we have team t-shirts for Team Mikey. So I will be putting in an order for those. So if anybody wants them, let me know what size so I can make sure I get the appropriate size. So I'll be putting that order in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, awesome. The walk is only about
September 25th. So it's
a month away yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The local printer, because otherwise I don't know if you'll get them in time.
Yes.
Okay. So the next question would be mine anyway. So this is Josh Traeger. So I know you guys can't see him. It's Josh Traeger. He is the other owner of Traeger Insurance, if that makes sense to you guys. Traeger, right? And he's filling in for Eugene today. So he's half here. So what are some of the common stigmatisms tied to suicide that you've heard or dealt with?
People ignore it. People ignore that somebody has lost their life to suicide. I don't like to say commit suicide because that sounds like they've committed a crime. They've lost their life to suicide. They've lost a battle. People just ignore it. They don't like to talk about it. It's like a very taboo, and I talk about it. Everywhere I went, I would talk about it. So this way, I want people to know there shouldn't be a stigma associated with it. And the interesting thing is when my son passed away, friends that were just casual acquaintance became really good friends and gave us a lot of support. Other friends that were really good friends shied away from us because I think they just didn't know what to say. And that's the other comment that I would get from people is, well, I don't know what to say to you. So just call me. Just say you're thinking about me. That's all I need because I don't know what I need myself. Just let me know that you're there with me, and that helps.
Now, do you find that attempted suicide also brings a negative stigmatism to it?
Oh, yes, it does. Because people think you're not willing to face your problems. You just want to end it all. They don't understand what's going on in your mind and your brain that's bringing you to that point. As a matter of fact, I learned later on that Michael's suicide was not the first time that he had attempted suicide. So he kept that from me. He had friends who helped him through.
Oh, that's good. He had friends.
Right, but that is a statistic that that people have attempted it more than once before they finally do end their life with suicide.
And I had another question and I lost it, but you ready to go, Josh, or?
In a second. Yep, I'm pulling up right now.
Okay. So I do want to remind, because we do have a few people watching. I think a friend of yours, Andrea Jones.
Yes, Andrea Jones. Hi, Andrea.
And then there's a few others who haven't logged in. But if you do have questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the chat, and we'll relay it to Linda. So we are here with Linda Altieri. We're talking about suicide prevention and the Out of the Darkness walk that will happen on September 25th in Hamden. But from what I've read, it happens all over the country on different days, right?
Correct. Yes, it is all of the first year that we did the walk. We actually did one out in Westport because Hamden hadn't started. And then unfortunately, a good friend of my son lost his life to suicide the following year. So his mom worked really hard to get this up and running. And I volunteer at it every year to help with whatever way that I can. Right now, I'm in the process of putting out signs all over businesses and people's front lawns to advertise the walk so that people know about the walk.
Andrea says
that kind of brings me to my.
Go ahead.
That brings me to my question, kind of, which would be, yesterday we set up a donation with it and sponsorship, and I know yesterday was the last day to get a sponsorship in, but how can people help out in terms of volunteering or donations or anything? Just let everybody know what they can do to donate to Team Mikey.
Okay, you can still donate. You can donate even past the day of the walk. And to do that, you would go on the outofthedarkness.org website. And in the search engine, you'd search for mine and my husband's name. So it would be Gary with an ampersand for and, Linda Altieri. And then that would give you the link to log in or to sign up as a walker. It is also on my Facebook page and my event page also. So I'll put another post about that later today.
Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the chat as soon as I have it up.
Great.
Awesome. So yeah, I wasn't aware that. I knew the sponsorship was ending soon, but I wasn't aware.
Right,
that
that's for businesses to get their names on the banner, to get their names on the website. Depending upon how much they donate, they can get their names on the back of the T-shirt. So that has to be done a month before so that they can get everything printed up.
Okay. So if you guys want to sponsor, it has to happen today. So I'll put this video up as soon as we're done. I'll edit and upload it to Facebook and YouTube. So what are some of the things people can do to raise awareness for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention? So you have the walk, and you mentioned, is it Suicide Prevention Week?
Suicide Awareness Week, National Suicide Awareness Week. Right.
Okay. And what else is there that people can do?
Well, they can go to the website and look at the resources that are there so that they can look for the signs of someone who is depressed and someone who might be suicidal, and then talk to them, get them some help. And if they do know of someone, just talk to them. Talk about mental illness. If you know of anyone who has mental illness, talk about it like you would talk about any other sickness that someone might have. And that will help make people more aware. I mean, they go into the schools, they have brochures that they hand out, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They have a hotline. So there's all kinds of resources out there. It's just a matter of getting the person who is suicidal to take that first step.
Okay. So first step, everybody, is to help the person who has those thoughts. If you notice it, help them, talk to them, get them to the right people. So I did put the link in the chat. So if anybody who's watching wants to make a donation to Linda's drive for the walk on September 25th, please go ahead and do so. And how long do they have to make that donation, or is that ongoing?
That is ongoing. The walk is September 25th, but we'll accept donations through the end of December.
Okay. And you're at 40% right now. So guys, we need another 60%. So let's make it happen. Everybody get on the link that's in the chat if you're watching live. If not, you know what? Here, I think I can actually share this in here. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. So that'll pop up for.
Great. And that brings you right to my page. You don't have to do any search.
Yes. Yep.
So that'll bring you right there.
Now, if you just go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.donordrive.com, so it's afsp.donordrive.com, then you'll search for Linda and Gary Altieri. By the way, Gary is my father's name too.
Okay. And it's Gary and Linda Altieri. Sorry, his
Gary
name is
and Linda
first.
Altieri. Sorry.
Right, otherwise it won't come up.
Okay. Gary and Linda Altieri. Josh, you're up.
Yep, Linda, you've taken something so life-changing and are doing such a great job in trying to put a positive spin to be able to help other people. What message would you give to someone who has the suicidal thoughts or has attempted suicide, and what resources would you say are out there to help them?
I would tell them it's not too late. It's not a lost cause. You can be helped. I'm willing to help you. Just go on the website for afsp.org, and there'll be resources there, and there'll be the hotline number there.
And then finally, what can you recommend to loved ones who have lost someone to suicide? So you mentioned, you talked to someone the other day at a client's office.
I would recommend finding a good therapist who understands mental illness so that you can talk out the feelings that you have, because there will be all different kind of feelings. Did I do enough? Did I do too much? Could I have done something more? You need to get over that, because there is a lot of guilt in the families associated with someone who has lost their life to suicide. And then get into a support group. Another great support group is called the Compassionate Friends, and they have chapters all over the state of Connecticut. And that is just for people who have lost children, grandchildren, and it's a great support group. You need to find people who are going to be non-judgmental of your actions and of everything that you've done to help your loved one.
And I do want to say it's important to know that you said something earlier, that people that weren't so close before got closer and kind of helped you through it, and then people that were maybe close before kind of drifted away. And I think we see that at any time in life we're faced with difficulties, whether it's suicide or it is cancer or something else, you'll find out who truly cares. And I think it's important to know that, and be ready for that. You're gonna find support in places maybe you weren't aware it was there, and sometimes you think the people you can lean on, you can't. So that's a very important statement as well.
That is correct, because my younger son, Matt, played soccer, and we were just casual friends with the soccer moms. We were just soccer moms. And one soccer mom would call me up every week, and 2 or 3 other soccer moms would literally drag me out of the house. I don't care if you're in your pajamas. You need to come out. We're taking you out. And that really helped. And now they're really good friends of mine. Never would have expected it because we just used to say, hi, how are you at the soccer field? And they were one of the great helps amongst many other people that phone calls, letters. Some of the best letters I received were from Michael's professors at Southern. They would tell me little anecdotes about him that, your kid never tells you those stories. And so that was nice to learn more about his life through them.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good and bad. I mean, it's sad that that there's people that kind of walk away, but it's good that you find out that there's people that care at the same time. So Linda, we're going to lighten the mood a little bit, and we have this thing called a fire round, and it's 4 really quick questions. Yeah, it's 4 really quick questions, and you just got to kind of answer them off the top of your head. Josh has got the first one, so fire away, Josh.
My computer keeps with me. I'll be all right there. Hold on.
Josh,
technology has not been my friend this morning. All right, summer or fall?
Summer or fall?
Oh, summer.
I had a feeling. It's the tan. Give it away.
Yeah, it's the tan. The bright colors.
Europe or the Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Awesome. I agree. Except for Italy. I want
biggest passion outside of your business, and let's say not including this cause.
Biggest passion? Knitting and crocheting for other people. Baby blankets, mermaid blankets, little hats, just making people happy.
Oh, I did not know that about you.
Yep.
So you're going to be making lots of grandkids stuff soon.
Maybe. I'm working on a mermaid blanket right now for my great niece.
There you go. And the best business advice you have ever received?
Listen to everything that everyone has to say and sort it all out. Put it through, a colander and let it all fall out, and just take everything with a grain of salt, but listen to it all, because in all of that information, there will be some good information. And I've learned a lot by listening to people about their businesses and their experiences to help me grow mine.
Awesome. That's true. You can never get too much good advice.
No. So
Linda, thank you for joining us, and thank you for helping. I'll thank you on behalf of the American. What is it? American
Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Foundation. I want to say society every time. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And I think it's an extremely important cause, and I think it's something that does fly under the radar for a lot of people. So it's good that you joined us today to raise awareness. Please, everybody, if you can get out on September 25th to Hamden, please come out and join us for the walk. And if you can donate, whether it's $1, $5, $100, $1,000, please go donate. Every dollar counts. I do this whenever I do any type of donation drive. I always tell people, even if it's just $1, please that's fine. I don't care. I'm not going to say, oh my God, you only give $1. No, $1 is better than nothing.
Correct. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Well, thank you, Scott and Josh.
For joining us. Before you go, can you tell us how people can get a hold of you if they want bookkeeping services, or if they want more information about the Out of the Darkness Walk?
Bookkeeping services at my website at premierbookkeepingsolutions.com, or they can email me at linda@premierbookkeepingsolutions.com. I will also give out my cell number, which is 203-214-8180. If anybody is in distress relating to suicide or anything else, I'd be more than happy to talk to them and help them out.
Awesome. Thank you. And next week, 11 a.m., we are back to regular business. We're going to be talking to Aaron Jenks. He's a virtual sales coach, and he's going to talk to us about how to improve sales and how to improve leads coming in through your website, and how to grow a business with nothing, and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're interested in learning how to grow your business more, join us next Friday at 11 a.m. right here. And we'll see you then.
All right. And thank you, Scott and Josh. I appreciate you giving me a voice.
No problem, Linda. I will share this to everywhere I can share it. And I will also put a link to your donation page on the Growth Success Radio page.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
guys. Thanks, Josh.
Okay.
Sorry. Bye.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
You too.